Talent can win you the game, but it's intelligence and teamwork that'll win you the championship, once said the NBA basketball legend that is Michael Jordan. And he's right. And in this case, it's the 7 individual stages that are the games, and the overall championship is the 2025 UK Challenge. For the next 3 days and nights, nearly 70 teams will be putting themselves through what is the most mentally and physically demanding team building competition that you'll see anywhere. And they're all doing it for the challenge of building teamwork and the acclaim of picking up that overall winner's trophy. And it's here in the heart of the Lake District that the action will take place. Set amongst some of the most epic and stunning scenery that we have in the UK. This national park spans 900 square miles and it's home to 16 major lakes and waterways and some of England's highest peaks. So it surely is the perfect backdrop for the trail running, mountain biking and canoeing that the teams are going to be taking on. And all the while strategizing and puzzling to ensure that the brain is tested as much as the body. And to get us underway, we're in the grounds of Holker Hall, which in the 16th century was home to Cartmel Priory, at a time when Henry VIII was intent on the dissolution of the monasteries. And for this opening escape room style stage, the teams will have to search the grounds and recover an ancient and priceless relic that has been separated and hidden away from the clutches of Henry VIII's men. And in so doing, crack the code that will hopefully see them running in the right direction and on to stage success. So, to see who's got their teams in order from the off, here's your commentator, Patrick Winterton.
Welcome to UK Challenge, an event where speed and agility of mind and body are equally important. It's an intellectuals adventure race that's attracted over 70 teams from all types of industries. It's the ultimate team building event for some. It can destroy others.
The last year was such a blast. I just can't wait to be back.
It's one of the most exhilarating and exciting experiences, but it also pushes you beyond your boundaries.
Really excited. About 1 hour's sleep last night because I was thinking about it so much. But
After the last 2 years, I'm buzzing, ready to go this time round.
I always knew it was coming. Joined AW a year ago, but I knew this is what I was here for. So
you joined AW
just to do this. It's all I'm here for.
Every year there are 7 stages, and this year it's in the Lake District. All stages start with a sprint where one member of the team races to retrieve the stage instructions, and over the years this sprint has become progressively longer, and topping the sprint standings brings bragging rights of its own. Thales' Aaron Wiley going off very hard, wearing 68. UCL 2 are in there wearing 44. And there is no doubt that teams are recruiting those with fast twitch fibres. Paddy Roddy up there. Aaron Wiley going well. Richard Percy of AWE Novice, he started exceptionally well. And once they have the instructions, the race is on again to get back to their team members. The time difference in the sprint is insignificant, but the positions are anything but. And this is turning into a tight battle between Paddy Roddy. We've got James Chappell from Accenture, and it's Chappell, I think, who just gets that one, and coming through on the far side. Brilliant finish from Richard Percy. He takes second, pushes UCL down into third place. And now time for the rest of the team members to decipher the instructions in order to crack the Holker code. And all while the clock is running, they have to process a massive information, devise a strategy that optimizes bonuses and minimizes penalties. Clear thinking, task allocation, time appreciation, attention to detail, all aspects of teamwork are tested.
Better than a day in the office.
It certainly is, and the teams now have to navigate their way around the grounds of Holker Hall, solving puzzles which unlock pieces of the code. And all the time, They're watched carefully by the Priory monks, who are the gatekeepers to the priceless relic. Here's an example of one of the many puzzles they have to solve. Find the missing number. Each diamond, as I'm sure you can see, multiply the top and bottom to get the correct answer across the middle.
Yeah, buddy.
Right. Time pressure is really ramped up inside the hall. They have a total of 15 minutes, or half of that if they send 2 team members in, to solve the last puzzle and then decipher the code using the periodic table of the lakes to produce a 6-figure grid reference to the holy grail of the stage. A random search is as likely to reap rewards as a single lottery ticket. It could be anywhere in these stunning 25-acre grounds. Mount Cook are cock-a-hoop to be back at the finish, but no relic in hand. They seem pretty pleased with themselves, though.
You were first across the line. Is that a good sign?
First across the line, were we? Really? Wowzers, that's really good, isn't it?
Well, unfortunately for them, on this stage, there are no benefits to coming home early, and they really would have been better spending the spare seconds trying to crack the code. It's a learning process for many. Once over the finish line, they immediately find out how well they've done.
Result time, 1 hour, 39, 40 seconds. We have smashed it with no penalties.
Well, that's if you think 33rd is smashing it. They're a full 57 minutes behind the leaders.
Probably a little bit further than we thought. Some sneaky little tunnels in there, but what do you expect?
Those tunnels.
I know, cheeky little UK Challenge tunnels. Yeah. No, good. Good first stage, but hot.
CGI have been entering teams in the UK Challenge for 26 years.
Will, when I saw you last, I think you were up by the house doing the logic puzzle thing. Did you get that right?
Yes, all correct. That was a bit of a brain teaser. Me and Prank did worked on it for a little while and then called the brains in, swoops in, real team effort, 3 of us finally got it right.
And so, little synopsis, little kind of resume for stage 1 from Team 39 for CGI.
Tough, hot, great time.
You cannot put on those sort of smiles. Their faces as they cross the line an indication that this is Type 1 fun. So the results revealing that AWE have 2 teams on the podium after that first stage. An AWE novice, a new team, doing brilliantly to finish second, but it's Accenture 1 who topped the table, starting off where they left last year, and they've got multiple teams here.
We've got regional teams this year, so we've got teams from offices in Edinburgh, Bristol, Newcastle, etc., which is exciting. So there's going to be some intercompany competition as well as going for the title.
We've got a fantastic team. We've got some of the old guys back, but we've got some fresh young legs as well.
I've done it before 12 years ago. Looking forward to coming back, running up some hills.
Nice. And puzzling and strategizing, are you top of your game on that?
Yeah, definitely.
A night at the GGs is always a fun time, and on the race card tonight are 6 races where the teams will be hoping to pick a winner, or at least place as high as they can on their way to becoming crowned champion trainers. But will they go for broke and put it all on the nose, or will they play it safer with an each-way option and hope that they don't end up having a mare? Get it right and your team could end up financially stable. Get it wrong and it could stir up trouble for your overall hopes of stage success. As they jockey... I say, wait a minute, who writes this stuff? Having a mare, financially stable, stir up trouble, jockey for positions? Come on, here's Patrick.
Well, no puns from me, but with only a couple of hours in the nose bag since the previous stage, AWE Novice are the young foals heading the AWE teams. Brilliant from them.
I'm going to reliably inform you that you are currently sitting in 2nd place.
I don't want. Yeah. Wow. Okay. That's quite good. That's quite good. Yeah. That's very good. I don't want to get too excited because things can change and it's one stage. But yeah. Yeah. And couldn't have done it without the support of other AWE teams.
And they're off. It's a good start from Thales as stage sponsors. They'll be hoping for a good result here. Keep your eye on 67, 68, and on the far side, 69. So the stage starting with the traditional sprint, and a positive start from Toby Peters leading the way. Indy Barnes of Accenture One up there in second place as Paddy Roddy makes some ground and is the first to grab the instructions and head back to the team members. Paddy Roddy making up for disappointment maybe in the first sprint, but here come Accenture One. It's another tight finish and a little bit of interference on the line. Now that's going to be interesting. Steward's inquiry coming up, I think, after that one. And you can see from this strategy, highly important on this second stage. The night at the races. AWE men's team, number 25, they're desperate to win here and have sussed exactly what they need to do.
You've got 6 races. Each race you got to enter a different horse.
And the horses obviously picked up from the stables. Where else?
There's AK365. I want you to go to AK3.
What are we missing?
There's a trainer.
Right, so we need a trainer and we need to hit the race as well. So we also need to actually go in.
Let's plan 2 of them now.
We need to go in, guys. We need to go in and dip for them as well. We haven't dipped for.
With limited funds, this is about acquiring the best horse, trainer, jockey, and nutrition for each race. A win at the race course or at the bookies can boost funds. Getting to far off checkpoints can reveal insider information.
Big IK, if your horse eats all 5 foods and 1 extra tray bake, they're guaranteed to win.
Race 3. So all 5 foods. Race 3. All foods and an extra tray bake. That is what we plan.
So that's some handy information. Locally produced tray bakes are the key nutrient.
We lost the strategy a bit, but we're going to get it back.
At least they know it. By dibbing nutrition point 2, they are effectively giving their horse a sugar kick. Who would have thought that? Accenture One, dibbing checkpoint 2.
Go back the way we go.
You sure? There's a ridge here.
And they're on that navigation ball again.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah, let's do that. Save them.
Fast decisions like this make all the difference.
Right, we're going to get 3 nutrition points. This is our second race. So we're getting the horses and feeding them up. And then we're going to meet back to make sure everything's been done correctly. And play some bets, make some money.
Cartmel Town Centre is the gambling den where teams turn those race wins into time bonuses. Puzzles must be answered which can award the teams money to buy better horses, jockeys or trainers.
We're trying to win time and money. Time and money for the team.
Got you. They're out running hard and we're trying to be the brains, so.
With the physical exhaustion from a long day, the brains are starting to struggle and problem-solving abilities definitely impaired. Focus, concentration and double checking are so important. This is just one of the puzzles they have to solve. You've probably worked it out. 3 yellows, 2 reds, 1 green are missing. It has to be C. So Dell have got it. They're on to the next challenge. Out on the race course and in the forest beyond, the rest of the team are still running to try and win more races. Time pressure and new bits of information being discovered during the course forces the team to constantly adapt their strategy.
Tray bakes make your horse go faster. Who'd have thought it?
And crucially, they have to make sure that the whole team are back at the finish by the time it closes. Dell Technologies are on the final furlong.
You running out of time?
No, we're good. We're good, planned it to perfection.
Steve, come across! Go, 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 go! That's it! Go!
AWE finish in 58.56, winning some of their races, but a bit of a reality check for them after a podium finish in stage 1.
There were a couple of points where the focus slipped and it just took one person to go, whoa, 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 hold on, this doesn't sound right. And you come back and then it's good. Yeah, really, really good.
AWE men's team have upped their game. They're now up to second.
The last 2 races we smashed, and we've got some fat horses out there running. They ate a lot of food, so yeah, I think we had a plan and we've executed it perfectly. We've even added in some extra things, so I'm really happy with how we've done tonight.
For Accenture One, it's the perfect start and another 12 minutes gained over their nearest rivals.
That was really fun. We could leverage some of our really fast runners and high on strategy, which we love. So yeah, really good stage.
So the end of the day for these horses, but tomorrow will be more physical. We'll see how they get on. Dell Technologies, 5th, first-timers. That is fantastic. 3 AWE teams in the top 5 and Accenture One, top of the table.
The Age of Empires is the inspiration for today, what is stages 3 and 4 combined, and the cinematic backdrop of the Lake District is the perfect setting for this absolute mental and physical blockbuster of a stage. Working in pairs, the teams will have to run, bike and canoe their way to the far corners of their territories, hoping to build an empire that will be strong in both trade and industry, bringing wealth and prosperity to the population within. As always, keeping abreast of who's leading the ascension to the throne is our event commentator, Patrick Winterton.
The stunning Coniston is the location for the toughest physical day of the competition.
You can see where I'm going. Up there.
And the Old Man of Coniston, the inspiration for Swallows and Amazons. Well, this is the first year that Dell Technologies have entered a team, and they've started very well.
Got the strategy right with the horse racing, and managed to load our later races and really benefit from the additional nutrition, I think, which is what ultimately got us across the line. But yeah, it was quite remarkable, and we're pleased but also quite surprised.
Again, and despite the length of stage 3, the Age of Empires, it starts with a sprint. And Paddy Roddy in the mix once again, going for that sprint title. And he is first to retrieve the instructions on a stage that is physically demanding and strategy is vitally important. Now, 4 of the 6-person team will be running to mine Cooper stones, which then have to be crafted into valuable PWCs, pure white Cooper stones. And the last 2 in the team get the pleasure of a paddle on Coniston water once they've inflated their canoes. The kayak pair will be investing and managing their empires. However, they can only trade with the stones that the rest of the team earn on the mountain. They have a key role, but their main concern in the early stages is how to get the boat going in a straight line. It's a blistering hot day on the fells, and it takes the teams all over and onto the summit of the Old Man of Coniston in search of the Cooperstone mines. The runners are the wealth generators in this stage, and their aim is to build a prosperous and well-managed empire. Now, as you've probably gathered from the UK challenges of the past, nothing is quite as simple as just running to collect Cooper stones. They also need to use their brains. If they can't answer the puzzle when they get there, all that running will have been in vain. 11 plus 2. Rearranged to get an equal meaning.
Yeah, is that right? Okay.
Girls, what was the answer?
12 plus 1.
You've done that in about 80 seconds.
Oh, brilliant. Puzzle queens over here.
Puzzle queens. High five you, come on.
AWE have won this event 6 times previously, but not since 2018. Can they work out what the letter sequence is in this puzzle?
Tricky one, but it's probably because our brains are fried, to be honest.
Now, I'm not sure that the code-breaking tool is going to be of any help here.
Got a pen, buddy. You want it?
Well, without the heat and the physical exertion, I'm sure many of you have got the answer to this one.
Oh, nailed it, Scott.
Just check the order of the vowels and the consonants, and it all seems so obvious when you know. U. Now remember, 2 team members are out on the water, and if the team has invested too much in a territory, then the territory can become corrupt too little and it will become bankrupt. It really is a team effort making the stage a success. I think the vets thought they were on a scenic tour.
We were admiring the views because you could see the Isle of Man, you could see Windermere. It was absolutely beautiful.
Who can blame them? CGI Crusaders team 34, 17th on the last stage, but they're struggling on this one.
We underestimated the distance and the terrain, but I mean it was absolutely beautiful, but yeah, hard work.
Radius on their knees already. It's going to be a long day for them.
That was really tough. It was really hard. It was hot and steep, and yeah, the maps were difficult.
Correlation are insurance experts, and their risk management seems to have been paying off.
That was so brutal. It was, yeah, intense. 15 Ks in the mountains over there, so no, it was...
You made it up to the top though. Was your time planning good, do you reckon?
A couple of mistakes, but overall not so bad, I think.
Ed, it says that you are eager, Ed. Are you eager to go again this afternoon?
I'm so ready. Let's go right now. Yeah, I'm buzzing for it. I'll be sprinting the whole way.
There's no stopping eager Ed.
Well, as the afternoon wears on for our weary teams, the focus now turns to trading their way to greatness. Now with the help of modern-day mechanical horses, because it's off-road tyres and fast pedalling legs that they're going to need if they're going to cover the ground to the far reaches at the edges of their empire.
Now the territories have been established, it's time to trade industries to make the strongest possible empire. And these empires are big. They're spanning multiple Ordnance Survey maps. Accenture 1, remember, are unbeaten so far.
So you guys appear to be starting this afternoon quite relaxed. You've got a plan, you're cruising into it.
I wouldn't say we're cruising into it. We've, we're feeling happy with our progress so far, and hopefully we can maintain the lead heading into this stage, if not grow it.
After winning stages 1, 2 and 3, confidence is high with Accenture, but they shouldn't celebrate too early. Even they need to focus to complete this stage. Celebrations can be dangerous. They're effectively on the bikes, but remember, they only have 4 bikes per team, and the pressure is really ramped up now with a time deadline to crack each of the puzzles. For the diplomats who have to do the puzzles, the faster they can run, the more time they get to crack the conundrum. Less than a minute left for Crowd Angel. Accenture WIFS, women in financial services, they're down to the last 40 seconds. That's it. Time out for Accenture Security. They have no choice but to move on to the next problem. Last chance for Crowd Angel, and they get it in the nick of time. Accenture WIFS. Unlucky. So close. Out on the bikes, it looks like they're having a good time.
Let's all ride in the forest.
The presence of TV cameras might just be pressuring them into going a little harder than they would normally.
So you going for break this afternoon? Apparently so. I didn't really intend to, but you keep showing up.
How about our leading team, Accenture? Have they overcooked it? The energy gels are coming out, and it will take just a couple of minutes for them to work their magic.
Got this.
Yeah, crack on.
Do that.
Silly mistakes. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Hey!
Our chasers, AWE men, are looking like they're feeling the pressure.
It's been a long day so far. Just making sure we're trying to stay on top of everything so we can go again this afternoon or this evening.
It's not just necessarily the physical aspect of each stage as well. By the time you do the strategy and the planning and so on, that kind of eats into your recovery. And it's intentional, yeah? You're putting under pressure and so on, which is why we kind of turn up and do the event. But it does take a toll kind of physically when you try and pick it back up afterwards.
Eager Ed not looking quite so eager anymore. Must be the heat.
Trying to figure out if we can get a final couple IPs in the bank with the last hour and a half that we've got left.
Or it's a trade-off for waiting.
Yeah, trade-off.
And not getting an extra one, but getting slightly more in this current one. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to squeeze as much in as possible, even though I've not stopped running and cycling for 2 days. But
all the teams trying to squeeze in as much as they can in the last minutes of the stage. They have to consider the time it's going to take to get back to the finish so they can maximise the bonuses they've picked up. This is not a good time to be making a navigational error. And I'm not sure they're on the right track.
That's a bit interesting. Right, let's have a little shifty. To be honest, I don't fancy going up again, but this isn't quite what the map said.
Let's have a quick look at it.
Yeah. This is what they say is a bit of a assess the situation and improvise a plan.
AWE look like they've made the same mistake as Crowd Angel.
Yeah, thanks very much for showing up right now. Perfect timing. Yeah, we heard there was some really nice fallen logs. We just wanted to come and check them out. As soon as we had a bit of time.
We heard there was a really nice view of the lakes, and we'll just come and have a look.
Nice day and everything, so why not take in the scenery?
No, we should probably get going now, yeah.
Come on, let's go back up the hill.
They're playing it down, but things are starting to get critical. Scenic detours have to be avoided at this stage as time is running out. Seemingly no pressure for Accenture, casually strolling across the finish line, and that should continue their winning streak.
We've been checking timings on the way, so we knew how long it took to come back without having to absolutely hammer it, which would have been a challenge. So yeah, it was all relatively well planned.
AWE men are staying alive, but there's no indication that they've let it slip on those two stages.
Might have been a bit of a mess up, but I don't know. We need to check the stage notes and then we'll work it out. But yeah, maybe a slight error.
Time to check the scoreboard after stage number 4 of 7. And anyone in the top half is doing really well. Crowd Angel there, sitting in 30th position. Dell Technologies, 21st. Radius Technology, they'll be looking to move into the top 15. And then, of course, at the top of the pile, having been unbeaten so far, Accenture 1.
Well, after today's colossus of a stage in the Age of Empires, it's right about now that most teams will be keen to bed down for the night. But sadly, that's not how this game works. And the game for Stage 5 is a classic 4 in a row. So to place their counters into the columns, the teams are going to have to run around the grounds here of Williamson Park and dib in at exactly the right moment to create their horizontal, vertical or diagonal winning moves. So as always, to see which teams are still going strong and are most connected tonight, here's your commentator, Patrick Winterton.
So as the sun sets on Williamson Park in Lancaster, an extra strategy game of Connect 4 is about to begin.
Are we ready?
The Ashton Memorial brings a thigh-burning 104 steps for the sprinters and little chance to admire the building whose design is based on the Taj Mahal. Together may be better, but in this one, all 6 team members will run independently around the grounds of Williamson Park, accumulating time as a team. They can choose between basic and expert, and in expert, the virtual opponent drops a known sequence of counters, one every minute. So it's the team who time their counter drops in the correct columns to achieve 4 in a row who win the game. Only AWE men, and big surprise, Accenture 1, have chosen the risky expert game. Accenture 1 have already lost the game while doing their planning, but they're big believers in the old adage, time spent planning is seldom wasted. We'll see. Having said that, they really need to start winning these. Accenture 1 laying down the yellow counters. Remember, the opponent will not wait. C, F and E from Accenture. Not sure what the thinking is here. And it's not looking good for the number 1 team. The virtual opponent wins again. Another loss for Accenture 1. AWE men, they've won 5 games already and only lost 2, starting off with an early block, and it looks as though they may have the opponent trapped here. So AWE in a strong position. That goes in C. Another one in D may force the opponent into D as well. It does. And they now have 3 in a row. Easy victory if they go A or E, but they've gone for the bonus points for the diagonal 4, and they're going to get it. Good work from AWE. Over the finish line and celebrations for AWE with 7 winning games. They're really pleased with that, and with all the bonuses. A total stage time of just 45 seconds. That's incredible. And with that, they stop Accenture's run of success. And there are a number of other teams that don't seem quite so pleased with their performance.
We had quite a good strategy, but I've just seen our scores, and our score does not reflect the execution of our strategy. So I think there's a little bit of a debrief in the car to find out what went wrong.
Well, good morning from the final day here in the Lake District, which sees the arrival of a member of the team's senior management who's hopefully arriving to add an experienced head to what is a build stage, where the team will be trying to create a wooden structure designed to support the maximum possible weight. As we build to a climax here then on the final day, let's go and join your commentator, Patrick Winterton.
So the last of 3 days, both bodies and minds are certainly fatigued at the moment. Accenture, having lost a chunk of time yesterday, have not got it in the bag quite yet.
We did lose an hour to AWE men last night, so we certainly can't get complacent. We need to do as well as we can today.
AWE will have been buoyed by their performance in the last stage.
Stage 3 and 4 didn't go to massively to plan. We lost a bit of time on, especially on stage 4. We lost an hour. But yeah, stage 5 last night we came up with a good plan and executed it perfectly, and yeah, got almost negative stage time. So yeah, we managed to get an hour back.
So the leaderboard with 5 stages complete. Accenture at the top, 3:18 their total time at the moment. AWE men up into second again, and 2 AWE teams in the top 3 positions. UCL will have to do something about that. So the penultimate sprint stage here at Leighton Hall, as guests of the Gillow Reynolds family, the famous Gillows furniture makers since the medieval times. And the sprinters picking up their instructions for a design stage. One for the engineers as Richard Percy sprints to victory yet again to keep himself in the running for the sprint trophy.
Round 6.
And their task in round 6 is to build a wooden structure that is able to hold weight. This is a delicate balance of building a structure quickly and making it sturdy enough. Some materials are provided, but you have to question how useful nails are without a hammer or a screwdriver without screws. A life hack or two might come in handy, but teams can visit the shop and buy materials and tools for the cost of time. As expected, everyone has different ideas on how to make this, some much better than others. I'm not sure anyone's going to be too proud of the sticky tape solution. And while all this is happening, there's a Flomo challenge going on, newly created in Portugal to test agility and flexibility, designed by a guy called Graham Morgan, who holds the world record for the number of chin-ups in 24 hours. Accenture are straight in with a simple build that they think might just do the job.
Simplicity, not overcomplicating things. That's been our strategy through the weekend.
Confident?
We put 4.5 kilos on it, it didn't even bend.
They think they've done it, but obviously if you take the call too soon it doesn't work, so that can throw the stage, but if they do get it right, then that will be, smashed it. So just trying to see what we can test to work out if it's going to work. So fingers crossed.
They are not going to get a second chance at this. Can it hold the weight? Every weight added increases the bonus. It's a basic tripod, like a hunting stool.
Yes.
And they're pretty effective at holding the country gent, so no problem with the first weight.
Senior exec bonuses of 15 million. Got a pen?
That's good, that's good.
Or the second. The strength certainly seems all right. I think it's the stability that's the main concern.
Okay, should we start with that?
This is looking promising, but it's no surprise to see that the dowel legs are starting to buckle. They go for it.
23.75. One more.
Last weight to take it up towards 30 kilos. It's about as much about balance as anything else.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10!
That is astonishing. Great work from Accenture.
Let's take this down.
AWE watching in disbelief as they see their chances of overall victory disappear.
Yeah, they only bet. What did they bet on?
I don't know what they bet on.
What did we bet on?
Yeah, 15.
They also bet on.
But also they started before they're allowed. Yes.
You were nervous before that, weren't you?
Incredibly nervous. We've done something that the other teams didn't, but made our own choices on it, and it's paid off.
Fortune favours the brave on some occasions.
Seems to do pretty well on this one, actually. But on the Accenture guys are the team ahead of us at the moment. Looks like they finished with a maximum, so well done to those guys. Whilst I think we've got probably a slightly stronger structure, I hope.
It seems like the simple design is the way to go, but you've used the stronger legs.
We've used the stronger legs just to be on the safer side. We thought that was a better material than you find to use the diameter stuff. It's having a team of engineers, I suppose.
Success then for AWE with the maximum weight as well, but we're hearing there's a little controversy over Accenture's performance.
Looking at infringement of the rules, and it's by the team that are in the lead, so it's potentially quite a spicy moment. But yeah, we'll let them have the glory of what they've just completed on the build, and then I'll go and have to break the news to them shortly.
And that news is that Accenture are going to get a 30-minute penalty for jumping the gun and starting their build too early. And that really does spice things up. With one stage to go, AWE men are back in this one. Varying degrees of success from the other teams, but very few going for the Da Vinci style bridge, which is what the course setters were looking for. But if it works, it works.
Well, like all good things that must come to an end, it's almost lights out here on the final Grand Prix stage. But who will take the checkered flag in the finish? Well, that remains to be seen. But as we have seen, Accenture 1 are fallible. That penalty that they picked up in the build stage means that the gap back to the chasing teams has now closed somewhat. So on what is the hottest afternoon I think we've seen here, for one last time, we go and join your race commentator, Patrick Winterton.
So it's the start of the final stage and the start of the final sprint. The sprint trophy still to be decided. Now it's between Paddy Roddy, who's in blue and already up the front, and Richard Percy, who has been in fine sprinting form. He's in green, one of the senior execs setting the pace up the climb. Paddy Roddy on his shoulder, already puffing hard, but it looks as though he's going to be the first to the instructions yet again. Can he maintain that speed all the way down to the finish? Now, if Paddy Roddy wins this one, that means Richard Percy has to finish in the top 5 if he is going to take the sprint trophy. So it's Paddy Roddy across the line, Radius's senior exec in 2, 2 of the CGI runners in 3 and 4, and Richard Percy crawling across the line. But that is enough. He takes 5th place, and with it, the sprint title. Now to focus on the rest of the final stage. Intelligence playing a very, very high part. Dell are the first onto the bikes as they flood up the drive out of Leighton Hall. Accenture 1 in contention, and AWE men, they're up there looking for any opportunity. Accenture 1 really can't afford to make a mistake here. I expect to see them play it carefully. Dell sending an advance rider, but the team have to stick together. So nothing really gained, except you help everyone else with the navigation. Unless, of course, you're going to lead a detour. Now, a lot of riding on this final stage. And once again, brain cells to solve. So we'll see who really is suffering from fatigue at the end of 3 long days. Accenture 1.
Stop, show me.
Already checking their maps. Better safe than sorry. One mistake could easily cost them the lead. AWE men 70 minutes behind at the start of the final stage. AWE mixed team are getting in on the action. Is there going to be some teamwork at the front of the field? Accenture in purple, as I'm sure you know. And Dell still pushing hard at the front of the field. They're going to be coming to the first of the brain cells pretty soon. Again, it's hot work. No one's complaining about the sunshine. It has been a brilliant weekend so far, but this final stage to play out. And it's Team Euro Challenge who've taken an alternative and evidently quicker route, who are first into the brain cell. Will they be first out? Here's the problem. What is the next letter in the sequence? AWE men in and out. That has taken no time whatsoever. Still thinking clearly, sharply.
Yeah, we Phil smashed that like 20 seconds.
They certainly did, and they are going for a 45-minute bonus by taking a slightly longer route, 3 kilometres longer. Accenture 1 doing the same.
Was that easy, that one?
Yeah, it was pretty obvious. Couldn't remember how to spell obvious.
That might help you get the answer. Let's have a look at it. Not that obvious to some. AWE Mixed, who are in the first group to get here, looks like they've got the answer, but they've decided not to do the extra 3 kilometres, wanting to get to the next of the brain cells early, give themselves some time. And the majority of the trailing teams not interested in the extra 3K. Who can blame them at this stage? And unsurprisingly, AWE Mixed first to the next of the brain cells. And this one a little bit trickier. GCSE maths would come in handy here. AWE men, they've done their extra 3K. That was an easy 45-minute bonus. And they are back in the hunt for top spot. They cannot afford a single mistake. Accenture 1 with that healthy lead. All they've got to do is keep AWE men in their sights, and that's exactly what they're doing at the moment. They rack their bikes the rest of this stage on foot. And this may split the teams a little bit. AWE Mixed reached the final brain cell, which separates them from the finish line.
Oh my god, so dumb.
Without that extra 3K, I don't think they can win this one.
Do I?
Now, this is one for the literary experts, although the character must be one of the most famous in British history. Look at the repeat of the words around the figure 0.
Much ado about nothing. Much ado about nothing.
And so who did that?
Shakespeare? Was it?
Yeah.
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 Was it?
Accenture 1, no problems. AWE men whistling through that particular problem. Well, Happiness is approaching the finish after 3 days of hard work out on the hills. And this event, certainly hard enough to learn lots about your teammates, essentially your workmates. And team building is really the main aim of an event like this. And what a performance it's been by so many. Lots of new teams here, plenty of who've had so much experience over the years. AWE Mixed team may have mixed experiences, but they've got themselves third place.
Yeah, I think we gave it everything there. I think we're all a bit empty. It was amazing.
And the defending champions have defended their title in style. Multiple stage wins for Accenture 1, untouchable. And AWE men, they kept the competition alive, pushing hard, gaining ground over the last 3 stages, but it wasn't enough.
The effort that these boys have put in is unbelievable. The heat of the last few days, it's absolutely destroyed me, and I assume it's destroyed the rest of them as well. But yeah, they never gave up, and they gave it their all.
Congratulations to Accenture. We'll be back, but we'll keep pushing.
Good effort, mate.
It was a hard one this year. They upped the ante on the physical challenges, and the heat's made it difficult, but it was an awesome event.
Yeah, my legs are jelly, but having a great time.
Stages have been tough and fair, and we've come away with a win.
It's been a great experience, great team. Massive thanks to James and Kate. They've done an absolutely incredible job in pulling us all together across this weekend.
Brilliant performances by UCL in 5th place. AWE gets 2nd, 3rd and 4th, but it's Accenture 1 who do everything better and faster than everyone else who take the title again.
Really, really, really good event. Great 3 days.
Greatest weekend. I definitely would say everyone should be getting involved with it.
Amazing 3 days, a lot of hard work, a lot of coming together as a team. Yeah, we'll do it again.
Fantastic!
It's been exhilarating, exhausting, everything I hoped it would be.
Brilliant few days, absolutely amazing puzzles as always.
Coming through that finish line and so happy, that is what it's all about.
First one, definitely doing it again.
First one, definitely doing it again.
Yeah, definitely.
Why? What is it about this event you've loved?
That finish, it was amazing. Loved it.
And I'll definitely be back next year.
Absolutely incredible, thank you.
It sounds like there are going to be a lot of repeat customers, and that has to be a sign of success. Intelligent sport at its best.
So that's it. Huge congratulations must go once again to Accenture, who have retained the title that they won in 2024, lifting the trophy again in 2025, and now for the third time in the Lake District as well. You can have nothing but admiration for them, and indeed all of the teams who have won their own individual teamwork victories in this, the most renowned and respected team building competition in the world. Good news is we're coming back in 2026 when the UK Challenge will be in the Brecon Beacons, and we would love to see you there. So what are you waiting for? Go and grab your workmates and put yourselves on the start line. See ya.